Oh, hey, we're on? Okay, so we are in Shiloh. Tabernacle was here for 369 years. You know, I'm going to talk about this later when we have our Ninth of Odd roundtable wrap up. Here's the thing that surprised me and grabbed me on this tour. We are meeting the great-granddaughters and great-grandsons of the first Zionist pioneers. So I am hearing in their voices, like Nati Ram, who we just were with, like Daniela Weiss, who talked to us yesterday. I am hearing in their voices the same kind of passion that I imagine I would have heard in founders of the Zionist movement like Theodor Herzl, like Chaim Weizmann, like Golda Meir, David Ben-Gurion, Menachem Begin. These who had a vision for creating the Jewish state, whether they were religious or not, they understood there is only one place for Israel. It's right here in this promised land. It's the homeland of the Jewish people. And by the way, they were bound and determined to make that vision come true. And guess what they did? But it doesn't stop there. So what we're seeing in these communities that the rest of the world calls settlements, but the rest of the world just doesn't understand, we're seeing that same spirit ignited in this next generation. And we're seeing the rising generation after them as well, because we've seen all these kids, all these young people in these communities. They are eager to continue building. They could have an easy life in Tel Aviv or Petah Tikva or somewhere, but they have chosen to come out to places like Shiloh, like Givat Olam, like Itamar, to build Israel. And I'll tell you what, I imagine that the spirit that I have experienced in these men and women is the same spirit that ignited Nehemiah and Ezra and Daniel and David, because it's the spirit of redemption and restoration that God had put into Abraham and his descendants. And oh, by the way, Christian world, just a reminder, when Paul says in Galatians 3:29 that in Messiah we are Abraham's seed, that means we join with that same vision.
We will be
so let's help the Jewish people build Israel.
Awesome.